That's the miracle that this world needs. Love.
Alien superstar. Whip. I'm too classy for this world. Forever I'm that girl. Feed you diamonds and pearl. Oh baby, I'm too classy to be touched. I pick them all in dust. I'm stingy with my love. Oh baby, you are.
What's up, guys? So today is the 14th of September. It is Thursday, and we are starting a new vlog in the middle, kind of the end of the week. So I'm getting ready to go to my church so that I can clean it up, disinfect it. As y'all don't know, because I have not uploaded that video just yet, our entire church caught COVID. And so we was all in the house for like a week straight, just sick as a dog. Okay. So of course we canceled service that Sunday or that following Sunday, because we obviously did not want to be around each other. We wanted to make sure that we quarantined and all that good stuff. So I'm headed to the church now. Well, I'm going to go pick up Zeke, get him some food, and then I'm going to go to the church and clean the entire church. Our church really needed to be cleaned anyway, but like, of course, now that this has happened, we are going to make sure that we disinfect completely. I'm gonna mop, and I'm gonna show you guys, of course. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the morning routine. I enjoyed filming that so much, and I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more videos like that, because I feel like I'm always caught up in weekly vlogs, which I feel like y'all love. My analytics has proven that y'all love weekly vlogs, and y'all love longer content. So I'm trying to do my best with just like doing stuff. So we're gonna get back on it, okay? We're not gonna play. So anyway, I got Jacob with me. I'm about to take him so we can go get his brother. I'm about to get his formula real quick because I was on a call, my last call of the day before I clocked out, which is 4:30, and I saw them walking up. And I got a text message that his formula was delivered, which is perfect timing because he was on one more bottle. Okay, so that formula, if y'all don't know, is always out of stock. You can never find it anywhere. You can never find it in the store, on Amazon, online. You have to travel a ways to get it. So when we do finally see that it's in stock, we normally get like a bulk of it, but we were not able to this time. So we're just gonna work with that one. And then tomorrow we're going to get more. But that is about it. You want to say something, Stinky Toes? He's playing with the remote, but there's no batteries in there. This boy sleep for like 10 minutes and he wakes back up, and it's insane. Anyway, let's go.
I love living for Jesus. And ain't not an inch of my life boring. There's not an inch of my life that I feel bound. If anything, Christ brings liberation. If anything, Christ brings freedom. When you come to know Christ and you come to learn how to love him, the things that you do that breaks his heart, you're not going to want to do no more. I love God too much. Even though I feel like I want to do this, even though I feel like I want to participate in foolishness, even though I know what his word says, but I still want to be disobedient, I love him too much. But the devil wants us to think that we have to give up the good life in order to walk with the Lord. But what you really trading in is a death sentence. God is responsible for me. I'm not out here in these streets alone. What? No, I am absolutely not. God is responsible for me. God takes care of me and looks after me, but I have to do it his way. Once you seek the Lord and find out what he says about you and how valuable you are to him because of what makes a valuable person, according to God, you're going to quit and submit and surrender the outward obsession and the idolatry of your own image. When you really figure out and learn who God says you are through his word, you will want to trade that in. You will find yourself doing the internal work instead of doing the external work. Not to say that, don't put on your makeup, not to go get your hair done because, Kendra loves a good beat. I'm saying when your image becomes an idol, when your image becomes a god, when your image is so big that you literally put the Lord on the back burner, that's what I'm talking about. For the Lord does not see as man sees. For man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. My question to those that are listening to this is, whose attention are you trying to get? Because if you're trying to get the attention of man, then you're going to forever be trying to dress this up, dress the body up. This is not shade. This is why everyone's teeth looks the same, because everybody getting veneers. This is why everybody's butt looks the same, because everybody doing these BBLs. This is why everyone's body looks the same, because everyone wants to be botched and look like an unrealistic, unnatural version of themselves to please the eye of people. But on the inside, you still battle with that insecurity. When we make it an option to go to church on Sunday, I'd rather go to brunch than go to church. I'd rather sleep in than go to church. When we make it to where we're binge watching a Netflix show and we're not.
Well, y'all had to take a little break because the man of God, he been crying since we've been driving here. But I guess he was trying to tell me that, Mommy, my stomach hurts. I have to throw up. So he threw up all over his car seat. All over his car seat. All over his clothes. And because I knew I was coming to the church to do kind of like a semi-quick clean, but it wasn't gonna be quick for real. But it was gonna be fairly, like, we weren't gonna be up here for no 3 hours, no. So I didn't bring a change of clothes. However, he does have like a body suit in the bag, but that's old. It's not dirty. It's just the fact that he had that on. And I took that off him to change him into some other clothes when we were at service one day. And I just never took it out the bag. So it's not dirty or anything. It's just the principle that it's not really a change of clothes for real in my eyes, because I want him to put on some clean clothes. But it's fine, because once we get home, I'm going to take him a bath. He's been doing this quite often. I'm waiting on his pediatrician to get back from vacation so we can get some answers. I don't know why my son keep vomiting up this milk. And I feel like at this point, it ain't no other milk, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's literally, this is the last alternative unless he gets prescribed milk. I don't know the depths of all of this, y'all. And I am, he's 8 months, so he doesn't have that long to go, but he's still got to have this milk, as his nutrition until he starts eating solids fully, and we transition him to, like ripple milk or something, which I'm even afraid of that because of his milk allergy. It's just, and no, y'all, he hasn't been tested for milk allergy. This has just been based off of a lot of evidence that has pointed clearly that there is some type of something that his body is not working with, and it ain't regulating, and it's totally like fighting against, because we have tried so many different milks, from soy, plant-based, to, which is the same thing, but you know what I mean, like we've tried so many different milks, and like at this point, if it ain't that, and now you own a hyperallergenic milk, it's just like, I don't know. So he doesn't spit it up every single time. He normally has bowel movements. He normally, uses the restroom. He pees, like he does all of that. But it's just every so often, every now and again, about 2 weeks will pass by and he will have an episode like today where he, like, it protrudes out, where it's like non-stop. Like, have you ever seen something so, like, it's so real, but you can't believe it? Like, that's what it is when he does that. Because I just stare, because I'm like, oh my God, like, and it doesn't stop. It's just like a continue, it's like, and it just like keeps going. And so, yeah, it's just like, something is not right, because he hasn't just done this with milk, but he's also done this with baby food. He's also done this with prune juice. And I'm just like, what do your body want, bruh? Like, and I'm not frustrated at Jacob, of course, but I'm just upset at, like, the lack of research that it is, with our kids, and especially with babies and infants. There's not a lot of medication. There's not stuff you can give them. It's just like, oh, they, they'll be okay. They just have to fight through it. Like, fight through it? Are you serious? So I feel like I'm really going through, it's like I'm really going through, the mom thinking now. Like, it's like heavy on that right now. And it's just really bothering me, honestly. Like, it's just really, really bothering me, because I just don't have the answers for him. I can't fix what's broken. I can't change what's happening. And it's just really stressful. But nonetheless, we're here. We are here. And yeah. So I don't remember the time that I got here at church. I'll have to just like replay when I first started recording, and then that'll tell me the time. But I have not even remotely got done with cleaning the church. The only thing I've done so far is these windows, which to me, they look better than what they did before, but they're smeared. And I got the glass cleaner that says ammonia free, streak free, and it's giving very much streaky. So I'm a little bummed about that. I don't know if, like, because what I did was I just went straight in with the glass cleaner, which I probably shouldn't have done. I should have just like used a warm rag to get off like this excess stuff here, because it's like sticky. It's like really, really old, grimy dirt that's just stained the windows, and you can tell it hasn't been cleaned in forever. So I'm gonna just do that to the outside as well, to see if that changes the streakiness. And then I'm gonna redo the windows. I might just do that last, because honestly, yeah, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do it now, because once it starts to get dark, which, we're in the month of September, so it starts to get dark a little bit sooner, because I don't want to be outside when it's dark. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. He's just gonna have to go back in his car. See, he's been screaming because of that, and then also too because of me, because every time I walk away from him, he starts screaming, and then when I walk back up on him, he's fine. And I'm like, Jacob, I can't, baby. And then, like, it's strong smells in here because of the bleach, which I don't want to bring them because of that. And then I was supposed to get some masks. I just forgot everything. I forgot my Fabuloso. So it's really going to be giving straight bleach. But luckily, today is Thursday, so the bleach smell will be long gone by Sunday. And then we have another church that shares buildings with us, so whatever they do, sometimes they cook or whatever, so it'll get rid of that bleach smell by that time. But I haven't done anything. I literally only cleaned those windows. That's all I've done. And then I wasn't going to film me cleaning because I wanted Zeke to play the drums and just, you know, shout, do his thing so that he's not bored just sitting here. So I think I am gonna end it right here, y'all. Just this cleaning portion. If I do start re-recording, y'all are lucky, and that means I really love y'all, because I'm stopping the music for my son, for y'all, really. I'm just gonna lock in because I'm really trying to get it done. I need to sweep the carpet, the little rug up here. It's really me wanting to do everything. Like, I want to clean the organ, the keys, the drums over there, just so that it's a clean area. And again, I'm going to put my best foot forward and try to do it. I know that by the time I like rock him to sleep, or really by the time I start really doing stuff, he's gonna be asleep, and then like Zeke is gonna be up just having a good time. So yeah, I'm about to do that, y'all. I made my mop water, and I'm nowhere near done with the facility for me to even mop, so the water gonna be cold by the time I mop. So I may have to redo that. It's a lot. I came in here with expectations of just like knocking it out, but I didn't consider the fact that Jacob was going to do all of this extra. So I'm done for real. I love y'all, and yeah, let's put on some music for Ezekiel. Hey, so a few hours later, keep in mind too, y'all, so this is, I swept all of this. I should have showed y'all like a before and after so that y'all could see that I, you know, really did the thing. But I did everything. I wiped down the, excuse my hands. I wiped this down. So I disinfected everything, and then I put glass cleaner on these cymbals so they could shine again. I cleaned even this, which this material is not what I thought it was. Put some glass cleaner on that. I swept all of this. I tried to get as much as I could, but it was really hard because these are wood chips, you know what I'm saying? So it's not the easiest. I even wiped down like all the dust back there. Of course, I glass cleaned all of this. Of course, I mopped as well, and I swept. I'm trying to put this somewhere because that is just so ghetto to me, but it's nowhere it can go, because if I put this up there, then, you know, these are short. I mean, these are not that long, so then it's going to pull the mics, and then just defeats the purpose of them being plugged in. So, and then I moved that box back there. I really don't even want it right there, to be honest, but whatever, it's fine. Just put the, you know, all those extra cords in there. I put our aux thing up here so that when we listen to music on Sunday mornings while we're setting up, it can already be right there, but I'm about to turn it off now. I put this extra cymbal in this little piece because I didn't know where it went. Zeke took it off, so I didn't want to mess up nothing. This is Minister Clark's section with the bass. Again, I just wiped all of that off, wiped off the speakers. I I swept, and then I mopped over it, so it looks brand new, honestly. I didn't do nothing with that because that's the other church stuff. I tried my best, y'all, to wipe this because it was so dusty, but I was having a hard time because these little parts are so small that if I started wiping in between them, I was going to start, you know, readjusting stuff, and everything has already been set by our sound guy, so I didn't want to mess up anything. So what I did was I took my finger with the glove, of course, and then I sprayed my hand with the cleaner, and I literally just, I don't even know if y'all can tell, see how like this part is dusty, but like all of this is clean? That's because I did just like this. I just did like that. So I'm gonna probably come back and like use some cotton swabs to just like really get in between there to clean that. But yeah, cleaned all this, swept all this, mopped all this. Over there, Jacob is asleep. Yeah, Zeke is upset at me because he started walking around while I was mopping and slipping and sliding and messing up what I just did. So the windows, I was just over it, okay? Like completely. You definitely won't be able to tell because it's dark, but you see what I mean when I say like it's grimy? Like you can feel it. I mean, you can't even feel it. Like it's engraved in the wall, in the window. So that sucks, but it is what it is. I got it as clean as I could. I went over this thing like 30 times. I'm not joking. I know I spent at least 45 minutes on just cleaning these freaking glass doors, and I was over it. Swept this, mopped over here, swept over here. I was going to reorganize this, but I would be here for a whole nother hour. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. And it just gets back so messy because we always use it for like sheets and stuff. You know, people fall out or whatever, child. So we use it for that. But yeah, I tried my best with these floors. But again, this is an old building. This is an old church. So it wasn't that easy to like get stuff out. Like this will not come out to save my life. But yeah, anyway, I cleaned the seat of the organ. I cleaned off the organ. So all there is the talkback mic and whatever that little piece is. I didn't want to throw nothing away or put anything up because I don't know if they need it. But yeah, I pretty much like wiped off all of the little cords. So it's brand spanking new. I also, of course, I did the same for the keyboard, like literally all in between. Like I got all in between there, just the whole shebang. But yeah, I packed up everything. So I had a lot of microfiber towels, which I was not expecting to have because that's what I use primarily to clean up. And then I just packed up all of the cleaning stuff. I poured out the bleach and all of that. So that's right there in the mop bucket, their bag, and we are about to go. So yeah, I probably look rough and I don't even care. Okay, I'm tired. But I'm going to take a picture of what I did. Because I already, you know I was cleaning. You know I was cleaning. But I'm going to take a picture of how this looks so that there is nothing on Sunday. Okay? Montreal won't be here because he's ministering, I think, in Tyler or Terrell, one of the two. So it's going to be Overseer and myself. And he won't be able to see it, but I'm going to take a picture so that he can see. Like, this is what I did. Okay? Because I already know... I ain't gonna say what I need to say because you never know who's watching. But yeah, I did what I needed to do. So it really should not be dirty when we come back, you know, on Sunday for our service. Because if so, I am going to be very upset. Okay. But I did disinfect everything because COVID did not come from us. And I'll just say that COVID did not come from our church. So we caught it, but it did not come from us. So I disinfected everything. I'm praying that there's no problems and we're gonna be good. I put tissue boxes as well everywhere. So this is primarily where Overseer sits, and then there's a table in between. Y'all seen our setup. And then that's where I sit. I don't ever really need tissue, but I just put it right there. My granny sits right there. That we have another set of members that normally sit all the way back here, which I don't know. Why do you folk be sitting all the way in the back when we only got a few members? I need y'all to pull up to the front. Normally Minister Clark's wife sits here, and then my other granny sits here, and then Montreal normally sits there. I am also, because I just thought about it, I'm going to put one where the musicians are because I notice sometimes that they do be needing stuff as well. So I don't want them to feel like they just musicians and they're not important to us. So what I want to start doing as well is putting tissue here, and then also putting a bottle of water for Chris when he plays for us, and then a bottle of water for Justin, because I noticed that Luther will bring water. Let me talk to y'all. So I noticed that Luther will bring water for me, Montreal, and Overseer, which is fine. Nothing is wrong with it. But, you know, we want to be mindful of, see, I don't even know what this is, but they, you know, they just be leaving stuff. But yeah, so I'm done. I think it's like 9 o'clock at this point. I'm about to go home, get in the shower. I'm about to get both boys in the shower. They didn't do anything, but it's just the principle that they were in this environment that I disinfected, but they came in it while stuff was still, you know, nasty. So I want to clean them out. I'm going to get them some medicine tonight. I ain't playing no games, okay? So it's going to be a long night for me. But if I show y'all that, Zeke is waving at y'all. You want to wave at them? Bye. If I show y'all, that's dedication. But if I don't, please don't hold it to me. Like, please don't hold it over my head. So we're about to get ready to go, and I will catch y'all in a bit. Bye. Hey, y'all. It's Friday. Today's the 15th. Oh, it's the 15th. I got Jacob with me. What's new? Say hi, honey. Say hi, honey. Hi, honey. What you doing? That's way better than earlier today, y'all. He was giving me, not really me, but he was going through it. He was really constipated, and I saw it live in action for the first time. All the other times, I would just let him do his business because I was not trying to see that. But today, I saw it live in person. I said, oh my God. That was a lot for me. I was like low-key traumatized. Am I blurry? Okay. I was low-key traumatized for like a little minute because that was a lot for me. That was a lot for me. I had never seen that before in my life. Like, not even with Zeke. Um, but I wanted to come on here for one because I was like talking to myself because I'm currently okay. So it's after 4:30. I'm off work, but I'm still talking to my coworker because I think she gets off at 5 or 5:30. So we're still chatting through one of the channels that we use for communication. And so it had me, I started thinking about like just a whole bunch of stuff because we're talking about our babies right now. And I was like, dang, I haven't vlogged all day. That's because I'm getting back into TikTok, trying to be consistent. And so I was filming a lot of TikTok content today, which you should have already seen by now. But I was filming that, and then I was trying to get the video to get the weekly vlog started. I was trying to edit a little bit of that just to help me out when it's, time for me to finalize the edits, on top of me, looking at the engagement from the last video that I uploaded, which was my morning routine, and dealing with my single being out and just being, reached out to by a lot of different people. So anyways, I got a lot going on. And then I was also trying to figure out who was picking up Zeke because Montreal got in my car and then he like left and he came back. So I was like, I thought you was gone. But I really came on here to talk to the mommies. I want to talk to y'all because, like I said, me and her are talking. Let me make sure that I don't miss her message because I don't want to be tripping. Okay. She's probably about to stop messaging me anyway because she's finna get off. And I probably should get her number, but I had her number before, but then my number changed. And then like, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna be honest, we might could talk like right now today for like a long time, but then we don't use that phone number no more. So I just be deleting people numbers that I don't talk to often. So when I see them again and they be like, oh, text me. And I'm like, girl, I don't got your number. So yeah, anyways, the conversation started when I had asked her, does she still have her baby in daycare, or, is she at home? Or does she have her baby at home, or is she in daycare? And she was like, no, baby, she's in daycare. You know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. And I was like pretty much telling her like, oh man, like, my son is, with me. Like, I don't want to let him go. I want him to be here with me. It's weird. It's like, I wanted the same for Zeke, and I've always wanted Zeke to be with me. Like, y'all know this. If you really watch like my old vlogs when I started, like, y'all know, like, I have desired for Zeke to stay with me. I raised the boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was with me all the time up until I started working from, even when I was working from home, like, we were good. And then all of a sudden it became a problem. Later on, it was just like, okay, now I can't have him at home. So that's what got us into daycare. And one of my friends had told me about the daycare, and then I got him into daycare, right? So eventually, once he got used to that, I got used to it, and it was like, okay, cool. Never expected to have another kid so soon. Got pregnant with Jacob, and then, as Jacob grew, it's like everything just changed for me, and I don't know if it's because I'm a second-time mom again. Let me like hold y'all up because I don't want y'all to be like, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna set y'all up. Oh, Jesus. Okay, y'all. My bad. Yeah, I feel like every time I be talking to y'all, like, I be holding the camera all, sloppily. Yeah, that's why babies don't stand a chance if it's not the mommy's milk. My number's still the same. Hit me up. Oh. I'm outie. Have a great weekend. Okay. See what I'm saying? She talking about her number still the same. Girl, I ain't got that number. Mama does not have that number, but okay, so we're done with that. So yeah, y'all, like I said, I ended up getting pregnant with Jacob. I think the thing was, though, too, myself and Montreal had already talked about me going back to work sooner, just so that, we had goals we wanted to knock out, things we wanted to do, things we still want to do that, is going to take two incomes. And it's just that simple, right? And it's just that real. So, I was already kind of like heartbroken and devastated that I wasn't going to get that same bonding experience that I got with Ezekiel with Jacob. So I think in my mind, though, because again, we had goals, we had things we wanted to do, tunnel vision was like, okay, I've already like taken out of my mind the bond. Like, and that's how real it is for moms, right? And I even feel bad saying this because like, it hurts me saying it because it's almost like I took away, I had to basically numb myself from like what I really wanted from us to where we were trying to get to. And so for, you know, a minute, I just was like, you know, Jacob, you know, he cool, you know what I'm saying? But I literally didn't have the relationship that I wanted. So anyway, we ended up putting him we ended up, you know, trying to get him in daycare. We couldn't get him in daycare. We had so many problems. So what ended up happening is he stayed home, of course, because he can't do nothing else. And so that prohibited me from doing what I needed to do. But it grew our relationship, and it was almost like what was trying to happen, like what was trying to kind of like sever our bond, ended up being, you know, great. Like, you know, because we're here. And we're so here that he ain't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he here with me. And I love that because I feel like I get to, you know, just explore him and just like learn more about him. But the point that I'm making to get to what I'm trying to say is he's been with me all this time. And there's a lot of things that are so different from him and Ezekiel. I just feel like Ezekiel spoiled us so much, and specifically me, when it came to like being a mom, because I didn't have a hard pregnancy. I didn't have a hard birth. I didn't have a hard labor. I didn't have any like no problems outside of like the normal infections that you get, but I didn't have any serious problems even raising him. Like, he was so easy. He transitioned a lot quicker than Jacob. Like, he was like doing stuff at like 3 months that 6-month-olds do, and I'm not exaggerating. Only thing that we were kind of curious about and concerned really is that he wasn't talking. We was like, why this man don't talk? And it wasn't until Jackie started babysitting him and he came home the same day. I mean, the first day she babysitted him, he came home the same day, running his mouth. I said, oh my. Well, he got it honest from his auntie. So, but other than that, like, he was just great. He came out with a head full of hair, beautiful, dimples, smiling, like just doing great stuff. He transitioned well from formula to solid. Now, the only thing that we had to do was only because of the recall. So it wasn't even anything conditionally wrong with him, right? It was because Similac had a recall, so we had to switch his formula. And I went with Gerber Good Start, and it worked for him. I put him on Soothe Pro, but that started to constipate him too. So yeah, he did have a little constipation issues, but that constipated him. And then I switched him to Gentle, and he was fine. He was fine. He had no more issues. After that, around 8 to 10 months, between 8 and 10 months, I started introducing the little baby oatmeal to him, you know, just like regular solid foods. And then another thing I forgot to mention, he started getting his teeth late. So that was like another concern. It wasn't really a concern. It was just more like, is this normal? So that's why I was heavy on the dentist, because I was like, baby, make sure what's coming up is right. Okay, it's a seed that's planted, but that it ain't coming up rotten and there ain't no problems. And so he ended up getting all his teeth around 8-9 months. And then, well, not all his teeth, but just a few teeth. And then afterwards, like I said, he was transitioning well. My granny was watching him at the time before we were getting him into daycare, before that was really even a topic. And then he eventually was off milk, you know, at 1 year old. He was eating regular food. He was trying to feed himself. Like, Zeke had no issues. But it's a little different with Jacob, right? You know, he's always constipated. When he vomits, y'all, like, it ain't just no, like, spit up type thing or even throw up. It's like, it just protrudes out so violently. And I mean, he's doing that for a solid 10 to 15 seconds. Do you not know how long that is to throw up with no break? It's not like, you know, like we throw up, it's like, and then like you get a little break, and then it's, and then you get a little break. No, with him, it's like, it starts out with the cough, so you can tell that something is trying to come up. And I just brace myself, because he's done this now 4 times. The first time he did it in my bed. So was that 4 times? Maybe 5. No, I think it was 4. He did it in my bed, and I was like, whoa. It wasn't as violent though. It was more just like, whoa. Like, why did that just happen, right? So it wasn't as concerning. It was just like, okay, maybe you were just full. Like, I literally laughed, because I was like, okay, maybe you were just full. He was crying. I mean, he was laughing right afterwards. He wasn't crying. He wasn't in like any type of, you know, weird disposition. He was fine. Get to dropping him off at daycare. This was the times that Montreal was going to Houston on Wednesdays, and he went to Houston. He was gone, and seemingly every time he leaves, something happens with the boys or me. But he was gone, and at the daycare, after I dropped him off, I think I was at work no more than an hour, got a call from the daycare saying that he threw up violently. And I'm like, are you serious? I was like, it kind of makes sense because that did just happen last night, but not as intensified as you're saying. So she was like, he has a fever, da, da, da. Took him to urgent care. Everything was pretty much fine, according to them. They gave him some Tylenol, just like the typical stuff. And then it happens again in the bed again, but this time it's the baby food. And I know it's the baby food because the throw up wasn't white, like the milk throw up. It was like the color of what he just ate, which was like some sweet potato baby food. He threw that up. Mind you, he's had a plethora of taste with baby food. He's had beets, he's had banana, he's had strawberry banana, he's had sweet potato, he's had mango, he's had oats. Like, he's had all these different flavors. So I'm just like, okay, is it the sweet potato or is it the baby food in general? When he did it again, I knew it was the baby food because it was a totally different flavor. So took him off that. And then I gave him some prune juice because that next day because he was constipated. And so he threw that up.
Y'all don't sound like y'all ready. If you got out your bed this morning, amen, you could have slept a little sleep in. Whatever the word this morning, holding me, amen. Get up, and I didn't need no long walk. And I was ready. I came in with expectation. I'm going to ministry the gospel throughout the world and traveling to over 30 nations, including Africa, Europe, Israel, and the Middle East. Further, Joshua has been the kingdom of God through media. He has been featured on TV and media platforms, including TBN, The Word Network, Daystar, CBN, and Charisma Magazine, among others. His podcast shows how generated over 250,000 downloads, and its prophetic forecast live stream received hundreds of thousands.
In with consecration, they would bow down before the Father because they knew that He was for you. You messed up all year long, but the Lord said, if you would repent in this moment, if you would align your heart with me in this moment, He said, I'll begin. Don't you dare let the accuser of the brethren come to speak a demonic word in your mind, to try to make you think that God is done with your destiny and done with your life. He said the half has not even been told of what I'm getting. You just dance in the doorway while you give the door. That God said the door just opened and you just cross over into your wealthy place. Somebody shout in this room. Give him a shout. Give him a shout. Don't stop right there. Open up your mouth and give the Lord a shout. Come on, somebody take another step. You might as well walk through it. You might as well step through. You're breaking through barriers. You're breaking through walls. You're breaking through bondage. You're breaking through the attack of the enemy. When you step through, the attack just failed. When you step through, the demonic plan of the enemy just failed. Shake your neighbor and tell your neighbor, we just crossed over. Now give him 30 seconds of praise. Give him 30 seconds of praise.
Did you do it? Because I think he's still crying. He don't want it. I'm screaming. Hey y'all know today is Sunday and it's the hardest day for me to vlog. Okay, trying to get two kids together. I got up this morning, took a shower, got up this morning, took both of them a bath, and got them ready in under an hour. I'm that girl. What Beyonce say? I'm that girl. I'm that girl. Okay, but we're headed to church. I will get a little bit of footage of that, and then I will talk to you guys later. Say hi, Zeke. Say hi, Jacob.
Where's Rant? I get more?
I'll bring some extra.
Yeah.
Hi.
No.
Say hi. Hey guys, back from church. I didn't get anything filmed because we use my phone for the Switcher app. Not just my phone, but my phone is a part of all the other phones that are used, including our iPad for our church. And then guess what, y'all? We had such a great service today. Powerful, powerful. And I'm not exaggerating, but really it was a great word from our overseer, which is also my mother-in-law. We had a powerful word. Didn't get nothing. Didn't catch nothing on the live, y'all. Not even a little bit of the message. It's given 5 seconds of the service and the live said goodbye. So I'm gonna have to talk to my good friend Luke to see, how did you get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and didn't realize that thing shut off after 5 seconds? We got beef. I need to see about him. But no, we're connected to the church's Wi-Fi, and it's not really that great in the area, in the event center where we are, because it's obviously not able to stretch that far, I guess. So it only works for the main sanctuary and like that area over there, not where we are. So we're pulling on like the last bits, you know, we're pulling on leftovers basically. And it's just, here go my baby toy. And it's just making it difficult for us. We had a mobile hotspot, or a mobile, it was like a mobile hotspot, little Wi-Fi box, but that just randomly stopped working on us. So yeah, we're gonna have to figure out a solution so that that doesn't happen anymore, because today's service was like not that none of our services are not worth the live, but you know how like when it's like a service that just like do really well, yeah. So I'm a little bummed because I actually wanted to go back and listen to the word. Because it was just that good. Like, I'm not lying. And then even praise and worship was like such a vibe. Like, it was killing. So I was kind of a little bummed, but you know, it is what it is. We can always recreate those memories and those moments, you know, when we're led by the Spirit. I do want to kind of give you guys an update as well with Jacob. So he's been teething since he honestly has been born. There have been moments that it's progressed. Right now it's progressing, and so he kind of has a little cold associated with his teething. So I've been giving him the Zarbees, and it's been working really, really great. It has agave and zinc, which you know is really good for you, and so it's immune with agave, organic agave, to soothe the coughs associated with the hoarseness, dry throat, and irritants. It's safe and effective. It's great flavored, and you basically give it to them twice a day. 6 months to 12 months, they say consult your doctor. I'm not finna consult nobody because obviously it's safe enough for him to use. I need to consult his doctor though, however, when it comes to him having this spirit of allergy on him. Like, and it ain't even funny. Like at this point, it's like he vomits up everything. He is always constipated, and this time around when he was constipated, he actually had blood in his stool. So yeah, we're gonna have to see Miss Pediatrician ASAP because this is not working. And so I'm just gonna get a referral. My mother-in-law told me that I need to get a referral to an allergist to get him tested, because at this point, me and Montreal are trying to diagnose him with what we assume it to be, and we keep missing it, or you know, not doing it right. So we need to get that done ASAP so that we can verify what it is exactly that he's struggling with, that his body is resisting and rejecting all the time. Now, is he vomiting every single day? No, he is only doing it like every so often, but when he does it, it's almost like he's letting out everything, and it's uncomfortable for us to watch, and you know, him to have to go through. Hence why he's also not been at daycare. He's been at home with me. If y'all don't know by now, I work from home. I'm back working from home, and so I have the luxury to do so. And then of course with the daycare, it really don't matter if you got the luxury or not. You can't take him to school with all of that stuff going on. So yeah, and then like no shade, but like the daycare be acting like they don't know what they're doing, because every time he cries, it's like, oh, Miss Peterson, can you come get him? No, baby, that's what we paying you for. So you can do those things, okay? But it is what it is. I'd rather him be in my care if they feel uncomfortable doing certain things. But yeah, so again, I'm about to wash out these bottles. Sundays really are just like busy, but they're also very chill. Once we get out of service, we go get something to eat, we come home, take a nap, and that's just about it. So that's exactly what I'm about to do. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna take a nap per se. Typically, if I take a nap, it has to be between the hours of like 2, 3, and 4. That way, when I get back up, I still have like a little bit of the evening left over, and then I can go to sleep right at 10 o'clock, and it's perfect because at that point, I am actually sleepy. But yeah, I'm just gonna clean this out. I'm going to wash out the bottles. I'm going to clean out Ezekiel's lunchbox, pack his stuff for tomorrow. So that way, when Montreal gets back from out of town, because he did have to preach today out of town, I think in Terrell. So when he gets back in the morning, all he has to do is grab the bag and go. Okay, he don't got to do nothing. Did he just throw? Let's go check on that man of God. Because he got to be smoking crack. Y'all. Look at this man. Look at this man. And he think it's funny. I knew I heard his toy fall. This boy done threw. Look at him. This is why I do not leave him unattended for too long, because he will crawl right out this bed and roll right on over. The devil. Say the devil. Why are you trying to roll out of your bed, son? This massive bed that he just attempts to roll at work. Not attempt. He rolls out very often. Anyways. Let's go. Let's go with mommy. I want to go with mommy. Plus, your brother is trying to sleep, so. Just bad, honey, Tika. Oh, I'm scaring him, y'all. I'm too loud. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, honey. He gonna cry when he get up in here, because he be want to be held, but baby, I got things to do. I can't be holding you. That's just not gonna work. Yeah, honey, Tuka. We'll see if he starts crying, but yeah. Okay, I thought he was gonna start crying. Okay, but while I'm here too, y'all, I gotta show y'all, because I have yet to upload my documentary. It's really not a documentary. I'm really ODing it, but this is what I was drinking during the consecration fast. It's by the brand Evolution Fresh, and it is organic superfruit greens. It's the same thing as the orange one. This was just greens, and then this is the other one. So it's actually two. So this one is from Bolthouse Farms. This is Immunity Pineapple Kale Ginger Boost. This is so good. And then this is the actual greens. Hold on. This is the Green Goodness by the same brand. This has, it's got a lot of stuff in it, okay? And it's greens. So you just drink it whenever you don't get your greens intake in, whether that be from, you know, direct fruit or vegetables. You can just drink that as a substitute. So I'm gonna drink this. We ate cheddars when we got out of service. And I got some broccoli. But you know, I want a little bit more greens. That's just me personally. But yeah, so I'm just about to drink this. I've already taken my vitamins. Y'all know I'm very strict on my vitamins. Yeah, I sent a message via the app to his pediatrician's office to see if there was any availability, because they never have any availability, which is the first red flag. Okay, I mean, it's not good because they always are busy, which is, you know, it's a good thing, but then sometimes is it really? But I messaged them to see if they had any openings or if they could just kind of squeeze us in, but it's really given. I'm gonna just do a walk-in because this is unacceptable, bro. Like, this is crazy. And I don't really need to see them. I just need them to give him his shot, you know, his updated shot, and then I need them to give me a referral so that I can schedule an appointment with an allergist, so that, you know, they can test him for allergies to see what he is specifically allergic to that is causing him to regurgitate everything that he intakes. Okay. Other than that, today is a chill day. Like I said, I'm about to catch up on some YouTube. I think I'm gonna edit a few of my videos that I've already pre-recorded. I have a meeting that I don't have a meeting. I'm going to schedule a meeting with someone next week or this week coming up. so that we can discuss some things regarding ministry, and I'm super excited about that. But other than that, y'all, that's it. I'm really just waiting on my baby to get home, which I don't even know if he come home tonight, honestly. I think when he do stuff like this, when he out of town, he normally get like a room and stay like an extra day. So it's really given that I'm going to take the kids to school, and, you know, I'm really not feeling that for real, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, God be grace. Well, not him, but I got to take probably Zeke to school. But he never said that he won't come and bike, so we're going to see. But I know he will hit me at the last minute like, hey, I'm just stay out here. So we'll see. But if not, then I am expecting his arrival. Okay, I miss him so much. Anyways, this is what I was supposed to show y'all. This is my vitamin case. But I'm not taking all the vitamins out. So I'm just going to show y'all what I take. So these are fish oil pills. I take 2 of these. I take vitamin D. It is so important to take vitamin D because research says that that's the lowest vitamin that we get as Black people, men and women. It's like the lowest on the list for us outside of like iron. So make sure you're taking your vitamin D, okay? And then I take a probiotic. I will say that I don't feel like these really work for real. Like, it's like they work, but they just slow, because it's like before I was taking probiotics, I was number 2ing like every day. But, you know, as you're supposed to. But like with these, it seems like it slows it down. It's almost kind of like every other day or like twice a week I will. And I don't really know how I feel about that. So I'm going to continue to take them just to see if it's me. But if not, then I am going to not take them no more. And I'm going to just find another probiotic to take, because I'm not feeling that. Because I've taken, you know, I've tried a lot of different pro and prebiotics. And they've all seemed to, it could just be too because I'm taking a solid probiotic. Normally I'll do a prebiotic or a mixture. So maybe that's why, I don't know. But yeah, and then this right here, this gonna be your best friend, girl. Okay, your best friend. Zinc is so good for you. It's good for you when you are sick. That's all I took when I got COVID. That's all I took. I mean, I took my normal vitamins, but I also took zinc as well. And it really helped me out a lot, y'all. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not lying to you. Zinc is like the overall medicine, but then it's like the cure for like everything. Like, and I never knew that until I did. And I don't know if I ever told y'all, but the reason why I take these specific vitamins is because I went to, I think it's called Care Of. I think that's the brand where they have like all these different pills, and you basically take like a quiz, tell them what's going on like with your body and like your skin. I mean, just the overall like goals that you have for yourself, and then they will specifically curate a custom, not design, but like they will customize, you know, your vitamins set for you and what you want to achieve with your like health goals or whatever. And so again, it's based around everything. It's not just one particular thing. So it's like skin, it's hair, it's nails, it's internally, it's externally, it's all those things. And one of the things that they popped up were, well, a few of the things that they popped up were all of these vitamins that were my actual custom design from what I wanted. And I wanted to, of course, clear my skin. I wanted to have more energy because I felt like every time I got off work, I was just like super tired. I didn't feel like doing anything. And it wasn't like your typical tiredness. It's like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do nothing with these kids. I just want to come home, take a shower, and go to sleep. And half the time, I didn't even want to take a shower. I just want to lay down. And I knew that that wasn't necessarily normal, but I also think that it's a mental thing too. So I just needed something to get me, you know, moving and grooving and going. I also noticed that my diet wasn't the best. So I had to kind of change the way I was eating and making sure I'm like intaking water a lot. Just like, you know, a little bit of things. But I know that the vitamins will help assist that. So again, I just ended up going with these 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. And what I did, instead of paying for a subscription, I literally just bought everything separately, and that's what I've been taking. Every so often, like I said, I will switch from a pro to a prebiotic, but for the most part, everything's the same. So I'm not gonna pay y'all $80 a month. No. Y'all gonna get these, but I'm gonna buy these vitamins from Walmart and call it a day. And again, they've been helping me and they've been working really well. So that's pretty much what I do. I've been having like this crave too, by the way, y'all. But these babies right here, they have been setting me free from the bondage of life. Like, it's been so good. I love the nerd clusters now, so whatever. But anyway, I say I'm not gonna talk y'all ears off, and I do just that. So I'm really done. I'm about to put him down because I think he's just super sleepy at this point. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of clean up in here. I'm going to wake up Ezekiel at 7:45 because he went down at 5:25. And I don't want him to sleep longer than 2 to 3 hours. And I think today I'm only giving him 2.5 hours, close to 3, but like 2.5, because I want him to get up, play around, exhaust his energy so that by the time he really needs to go to bed, he'll already be knocked out. I at least just wanted to chat with y'all because I never get the chance to actually film anything on Sundays. So, and it's even when I try to get up early, like I got up early today to take a shower, to get the boys, you know, I took them a bath and everything. I could have filmed all of that, but it's like I'm rushing too, and I really don't have, like, you know how normally like we say, okay, we only got a few minutes. We got a little bit more minutes to spare, even when we in a rush. But like on Sundays, I don't have time to play around. Like I have to actually get up, get out the house, and go, because I do praise and worship. Most of the time I do intercession as well. So like I have to be there to start, to set up, to pray, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And I don't want to prolong the service because people are waiting on me to arrive, or just anything that could just prohibit the service from starting. So yeah, y'all, that's it. Love you guys. Bye.
But there comes a moment where the Lord requires more. And when the Lord requires more from us, when we're already outside of our comfort zone, outside of where we thought we should be, I moved when you told me to move, but then we find ourselves like Ananias, who waited for the sound and moved according to the sound, but now the Lord is asking for more. I need more from you. We make obedience sound so easy, but I would like to be obedient one time and like that be enough. But your obedience builds relationship with God.
The reason why some of us have not received what it is that we've been praying for, because we really don't believe God can do it. We don't believe the part where it says, whatever you need. We have to adjust our limits and take those limitations off of a limitless God. Because whatever you need, He is the supplier. If it's healing you need, He's a healer. If it's joy you need, He's the one that brings joy. If it's peace you need, He has the peace. Whatever you need. But you have to keep on. You have to stay persistent. Keep asking. Keep seeking. Keep knocking.
If you try to start fixating on don't sin, don't sin, don't sin, don't sin, don't sin, trust me, you're gonna sin. All right, and then you're gonna feel absolutely terrible about it, and then you're not gonna be like the righteous man that sinned 7 times and got back up. You're gonna be like the person that sinned and then wants to go and live in more sin because the guilt would never let you come back to Christ. I think the focus more so is us asking ourselves the question: are we people after God's heart? Because apparently that was the difference maker between the punishment that Saul got and the punishment that David got. Because David got punished, but he didn't lose the kingdom. David got punished, but we still talk about Jesus coming through the line of David. We still talk about David's a man after God's heart. So something about being after God's heart is really important when it comes to being used by Him, when it comes to pleasing Him, when it comes to maintaining that healthy relationship with the Lord. It comes down to us being people who are after His heart. A lot of people will say, oh man, you know, I can't be a Christian because I'm just not that disciplined. We all know you're not that disciplined. We're not even that disciplined. That's kind of the whole point. That's literally where Christianity starts. We're all sinners. We all fall short. None of us can actually measure up to God's standard of righteousness. That's where Christianity starts. And when you try to be disciplined enough, when you try to just please God by trying to do everything right, 1, you're going to fail. 2, you're going to be miserable because nothing's being done about your inner nature, only about your outward behavior. But the thing is, when you accept Christ into your life, you accept the Holy Spirit into your life, life, when you expect the Holy Spirit into your life, he's the one that's going to be transforming you from the inside out. It's not just going to be a transformation in your behavior. No, your behavior is going to be an indication of the inward transformation that the Holy Spirit is catalyzing. There's going to have to be a lot of self-reflection when it comes to dealing with anger. You know, when people make us angry, it's very easy for us to see how wrong they are and see how immature they are, but we also have to make sure that as believers, we're also obligated to have some self-reflection there. Sometimes we think it's just between us and that person, and because that person didn't treat us a certain way, then we don't have to treat them a certain way because they don't deserve it. But don't think about what they deserve, because we could also talk about what you don't deserve, right? Think about this relationship, the vertical one, you and God. Guess what? He doesn't want you to retaliate. He says vengeance is his. Don't think about getting back at that person. Think about fulfilling your obligation of holiness between you and your Father in heaven. Thank God that you recognize the thing you're doing is wrong. And I'm happy that it's bothering you, because what that shows me is that at the very least, God has enlightened you enough in order for you to recognize your sin. You can be frustrated with the fact that you did this sin again, but at the same time, let that frustration not turn into hopelessness. The very fact that you are bothered by the fact that you fell back into sin is evidence. That's how I know you got the Spirit in you. The sin is uncomfortable, you know, because there's some people that are dead in sin. They'll sin and now there's tension between your behavior and your will. Now there's tension. Oh my gosh. And we get frustrated when there's tension. But really the tension is evidence that the Spirit is moving. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a call to be like our Father. Yes, that person pissed you off. Yes, that person made you angry. And yes, that person deserves to get smacked in the face. But God is calling his children to be merciful as he is merciful. Anybody can love someone that loves them. People that don't have the Holy Spirit in them are loving people who love them. But you are really able to showcase that the Holy Spirit is in you when you can love someone that is your enemy, when you can love someone that did you dirty. That's what it is, man, and that's what this world needs. The world needs to see the power of the Holy Spirit, and that doesn't always look like signs and wonders. It doesn't always look like miracles. Sometimes it looks like showcasing the fruits of the Spirit in circumstances that are very challenging for you to do so. That's the miracle that this world needs. Love.
Try to get all up in your mind. It's not that